What's goody, YouTube? It's your boy Eric, and in today's video, we're gonna be going over how I was able to buy my first house. This house I'm currently in at 24, guys. This was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, man. Time has went by quickly and slowly. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a very long and quick at the same time. 4 years. But if you guys think about buying a house, I'm kind of just, kind of go over the process, how I felt, some of that backstory. So after college, I was still living with my parents, and at that time, I really didn't. I wasn't even thinking about getting a house at this time, and kind of just saving up my money and whatnot. And then after I got a good amount, I was looking for apartments to actually move into. That's what I kind of had in my head. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna move into a apartment so I get out of my parents' house, as quick as possible, and then start working from there. And then my dad had a good idea. He was like, you thought about getting a house or something like that. And I was like, nah, not really. And then he kind of told me about condos and different stuff because they had a condo right when they got married, before they moved into their house. Like pretty much right when I was born, around that time. And from there I started looking at condos, and I saw some good stuff there too. I wanted something cheap. And then my dad talked to me about the house, because he was saying pretty much I would be able to save, or at least, depending on like how long, I would stay in the house or whatnot, my rent money, that I would be paying, just wouldn't go to waste. At least with the house, if I do end up moving, I can sell that house, I can rent that house, and I can still get some of that or all that money back. So I was like, you know what? That kind of just made logical sense to me. And then from there, I'm like, okay, I guess we will be going to a house. So I just started saving up a lot more money. I think I ended up saving about, maybe about 15 to 20,000 before I would, was seriously about to actually get a person to come and help me looking for the house. I couldn't think of the freaking name. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I keep getting these notifications every time I do a video on the ground. Oh my gosh. But I cannot think of the freaking name. What do you call it? The agent. I'm just call it the agent right now. So me and the agent, while we were looking at different houses, she was great. She was the girl from Brazil. Came over to America, which was cool too, because I still knew I still knew a good amount of my Portuguese. Eu falo pouco de português brasileiro, mas eu não fluente. Eu sou americano. E nos Estados Unidos vocês falam inglês. So I still know a little bit, but back then I knew a lot more. I'm gonna have to get back on that too. I've been doing a lot of Espanol, because my girl she went back to school, and that's one of her classes. So I kind of been trying to get back on my Spanish. But she was super cool. We went through we went through quite a lot of houses. I remember one place I was interested in getting. It had a super big backyard. Oh my gosh, that backyard was big. I was like, low key, I'm like, dang, cutting this every 2-3 weeks is gonna be horrible, man. Man, it felt like that backyard felt so long. It was so weird because I never seen a backyard so dang long in like a residential area. There's not like a mansion area or anything like that. So I remember we put down some money for that one, and then I guess they thought it was it wasn't enough. Like that place. If I remember, I'll try to have like some footage, because I think my sister took some footage of that place. But it had like a lot of work it still needed to do, especially in the garage. This current place we saw, and I was about to go ahead and put a bid in, and then apparently it just, I guess it got sold, or somebody else, I guess, put in a bid before me, and then that worked. So yeah, I'm like, oh dang, I really low key wanted this house, but it's all good. So then we went through quite a lot of different places. I remember uh, there's one place. I don't know why we even looked at this place, but it was cheap. But it made sense why it was cheap. We came up, there's a whole bunch of people just like outside, just staring at us. We saw a whole bunch of like cigarette like buds on the ground, and we went to the door, and my dad was with us too. And she was like, "Do you really want to look at this house?" So we were, me and my dad, we were like, "Nah." We went right back to the house. I mean, we went right back to the car. Went to the next spot. I don't know why I went to that place. It was just cheap. And then I remember another place. It was pretty cool too. It was it was close to where this house is at, but it actually was bigger. It actually was bigger. I'm not gonna lie, it was bigger. Had a nice size living room. I remember my mom. She really liked that. She really liked that place. The backyard was cool too. It had like two like yards out in the back. However, however, at this time, I'm doing my calculations, on the computer, like how much would this cost monthly? And this one would have ended up costing me $100 more than this current place. And, I was like, yeah, no. I was like, if I lose my job or I lose my income, then, paying an extra 100 or, paying this amount for this. I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it. So I ended up not placing. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I did place a bid on that. I think we did, but it was kind of low and they didn't accept it. And then it was another place, one more place before this place. That looked pretty good too. They just renovated the place, 4 bedrooms, nice, pretty cool backyard for the most part. Neighborhood was okay, I guess. My mom didn't really like that neighborhood per se. But I mean, the whole inside of the place was very clean, very renovated. I was liking that a lot. And then I told my agent I was going to go ahead and let's place a bid on this place. And then what pissed me off about this is that she talked with the person or whatever, and they were like, yeah, the place is already sold, or like the place is already like the homeowner already accepted a bid and they were done. And I'm like, so why would you allow us to even look at the house if you had already, placed his bid? Unless like the bid just happened just right when we were there. But it was like nighttime. I was like, okay, maybe like 7 or 6. But during this time, like during that winter time, it gets like super dark early. So I was like, come on now. I'm like, that's some straight bull, because I was ready to get this spot. And then this place opened back up. And my agent already knew I like this current spot. And she was like, yeah, we can go ahead and just go for it. And I'm like, bet, let's go. And we placed our bid right at like what they were asking. And we were able to get it. I think at this time I was able to save up, a little bit more than the 20K. But depending on like where you're moving or whatnot, I definitely recommend you probably having maybe like, if you can, maybe 30K, 40K, as much money as you can get. I was telling my sister about this too. If you're watching this area, be sure to save as much money as you can while you're still living with your parents, because man, this stuff happens in the house. Like so much random stuff happens in the house. Like it's so much stuff now that I know when I move into my next place, I'll definitely know what to do. Like one of the first things I'm going to for sure look at is the watering. I'm going to look at make sure there's no leaks. Definitely check that everywhere, even outside. I'm going to also make sure that I'm able to actually have like hoses in the front and the back. I didn't even think about that. But at this place, I know it's the one in the back. It doesn't have the freaking handle. I'm like, oh my gosh. The one time I want to use the hose, and I bought this nice hose. I'm going to show you guys this hose I bought. This nice one too. Look at this. Look at this. Bought this mug right here. It's like super long too, and it's like one of those like stretchy ones. I can spray people. Got all of the different like, the different switches and whatnot. But man, I got all this, and now I gotta wait until I can get that handle fixed or whatever, or get something that I can pull in there, so I can actually put the pull the water out. I want to make sure there's no water leaks outside. Oh my gosh, bro, the amount of issues that just randomly pop up, like I'm just so more aware of. I'm going to be checking every little thing the next place I go into. Like, hey, if it costs me an extra $5,000-6,000, I'm gonna do it just to make sure I don't have to worry about that. If I actually end up moving into the spot. But yeah. Overall, I think this experience was fun. I actually had a video of me actually signing the papers on my Instagram. I think my Instagram is still black, but hey, if you want to follow me, it's Mr._McClellan. Me and my dad, we were up in there. With my first spot. I was feeling super good too, because I was like super young, and I was able to get this spot because I don't think nobody else 24 or 25 or 26 in my family had a house. Like everybody was like older, so or they were older and they had apartments. So I was your boy feeling good. But I definitely learned a lot of lessons on getting a house, and I know on my next place I'm not going to be as quick to get a place. I'm going to definitely do I felt like I did my due diligence on this place. We did have people check, like the termites, and my dad did check for the water, but they didn't check like stuff I didn't even think about, like outside and all the other stuff like that. But moral of the story, if you do want to get a spot, definitely be sure to save some money, because stuff just pops up, and then like furniture and different stuff like that also pops up too. What I recommend for everybody get a house, of course if you can. Another thing too, like if you do plan on maybe like moving like within like a year or two, maybe you might not want to get a place. But like if you do plan on being like within that area, 5-6 years, then yeah, might as well definitely look at places that have like schools if you can, or places that are like developing even more. Like this current place I'm at right now, I remember when I was looking at the place, the roads were freaking jacked because they were still doing a whole bunch of fixing. But after about a year, they were done with all of that stuff. The roads are super nice over here. The school, I believe, I'm not sure if it's like a brand new school, but I feel like it is, which is also good because, if I do end up renting this place out or selling it, I think it'll be easy because I can just sell it to a family. Oh my gosh. I can just end up selling it like to a family, or, single parent, with a kid, who goes to the school. It's pretty much walking distance. They can just drive there in 2 minutes or walk there in like 5 minutes. And the place is already appreciated a lot already. So if whenever I do end up selling this place, I know I will get a good chunk of money back. So super happy on that. Super happy that this place ended up working out for me. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to go over my story on how I was able to get that at 24. I think I bought the house, I think it was about 3 months. So about a year from now, not a year from now, but about like 4 years from like today. It was like September, October. So I was still 24. I wasn't 25 yet. Like during that time, there was so much going on too, but I was able to get this spot. And I've been enjoying it over the years. Can't complain. But I definitely learned a lot. If you guys want to like maybe see like a part 2 and like stuff, I'll for sure look at, save up to, etc. for my next spot. So you guys kind of have an idea on what you should look at if you're moving from your parents' house to a house, or to a apartment to a house. I can definitely do that too for you guys, because there's a lot of small stuff that I didn't even think about, living with my parents. So now I'm just kind of more cognizant on that. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.